For me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
He likes it. He likes it.
It's good. It's
They put
okay.
a lot of thought into what flavors to get. And
Yeah.
It's a whole process. Every day.
It's the perfect flavor. Strawberry banana. Right after practice.
There you go.
All
Good.
right.
Good to go. Okay, now we're joined by defender Damien Lowe. If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get started with Lauren, then Franco.
Thanks, Rafa. What are the positives from last match that the team can take into Saturday's game?
Just the attitude, from training, from the Austin game going into the week of training, everyone was fighting, everyone was motivating each other, not to put our head down, just to stay positive and to be better. We're all quality players. We know what we bring to the table. The club craves it, the organization, the fan craves a positive result. So for us, it's just going on the pitch, putting in a good performance, win, lose, or draw, as long as we leave it all on the pitch and we show a positive attitude that we want to win and want to get good results, that's a plus, and I think we've been doing that so far.
Next question, Franco, then Austin.
Damon, what kind of game should we expect from Inter Miami in this one? Obviously, away from home against a team that's coming off a big win against Orlando. They'll probably have a lot of confidence. Are you guys going to look to dictate the tempo, or is it about just being tight at the back and then picking and choosing your moments when to break them down?
That's kind of a personal one because we can't give away too much, into our game plan. But we've been working on just passing the ball properly, hitting the target, getting more shots, completing plays, finding the back of the net. Coach Phil stressed today, that we've had a lot of success rate with shots and shot conversion, but we haven't been really scoring. So that's, main focus, just trying to score goals and, goals win matches. I can't go too much into details, into our tactics and stuff. That will give Cincinnati the edge. But
What do you expect from them then?
we expect, to be honest, they're a mixed team. They've played 3 games and 3 different formations. They finished with 4 at the back. They're a team that will high press when they're confident, and they'll drop off sometimes. You never know what they're going to come with. They've had a positive result on the weekend, so they can feel optimistic and say, okay, we had a bad result, so they want to be on the front foot and high press. We don't know, but as professionals, we have to just try to train and adapt to any situation and live the game, and we'll be prepared for sure.
Next question, Austin, then Mike DiPasquale.
Talked to Christopher McVeigh on Tuesday, and I asked him about you guys and your partnership, and he was talking about how many times you guys won the ball back against LAFC. The defense was solid for the most part. I know you gave up 2 goals, but defensively you guys were looking good, winning the ball back a lot. How have you guys planned to transition winning the ball back in those areas into offense? Because it seems like sometimes the transition offense could be a little bit slow at times, and against LAFC the shot numbers were down from the previous 2 games. So winning the ball back obviously extremely important. How do you look to transition that into the offense?
To be honest, if saw the game, it was a very hot day, so everything was a bit slower than the normal. Energy levels were a bit low. Guys were pushing to it. I think as a new team and as a centre-back pairing that's new and still getting used to each other, we just have to train properly, understand each other more and coordinate that into the game. We can do better right across the board. Everybody can step it up a notch, and that's what we're doing. We're not really focusing on the me or the I's. It's just a collective effort from everyone. So if I can pass more forward, play quicker, Chris can intercept passes, win more duels. Myself also, the strikers can shoot more. We can get more goals. That's good, And as a team right now, we're just focused on how can we be good together as a team, because again we have quality individual players, but how to bring that together collectively is more important than just the me and the I's.
Next question, Mike DiPasquale.
Thank you, Rafa. Good afternoon, Damien. I asked Phil this question, and he has not been mincing his words that the last 2 matches he has not been happy with his top players. Was that message reiterated this week? And if it was, how was training? And if I could follow up, is there a sense of urgency right now to get that first win?
Can you repeat that question? You were kind of choppy a little bit.
I'm sorry. Phil said that he has not minced his words, where he's not been happy with his top players, the players that he expects to create chances and score goals in the last 2 games. Was that message, again, reiterated this week? And is there a sense of urgency to get that first win?
Across the board, everyone, we can't settle. We can't settle. We know again there's room for improvement right across the board. No one is pointing fingers on anyone, nobody, but everyone is taking responsibility, knowing that okay, yes, I can be better. So in training, we're gonna fight hard, we're gonna get sharper, we're gonna do more to bring that out into the game. Again, we put some stats on the board, and we saw that we've been taking a lot of shots. We've been having a lot of ball recoveries and stuff in the attacking third and defensive third. How can we transition those stuff into goals and into getting good results? So again, if you look at the individual players that we have, top class, right across the board. But again, it's how we bring everything, that quality together as a team. There's always room for improvement, as I stress, and we just have to continue again to build as a new team step by step, day by day. And it's a long season, it's a marathon, it's not just a 100-meter dash, so there's no reason to panic. I'm sure and I'm confident in my teammates that we're going to do well.
Next question, Franco.
How important is it for you guys to get a win this weekend, though? Obviously, a bunch of you, including yourself, are off to international duty for the next 2 weeks, and you'll be focused on that. But just to go into the break with some confidence for the guys that remain here, as opposed to being like, all right, we still haven't won a game. So how important is it for Inter Miami to win this weekend?
It's always important to get the win, especially going into an international break, because the feeling is always good coming back in. It's massive. It's massive for the club. It's massive for the fans. We want to put points on the board regardless of anything, even if it's from week 1. Every week we want to get 3 points. Unfortunately, it's football. You're not going to always win every game. But for us, our mentality in going into every game is to win 3 points every time, and it doesn't change.
Next question, Austin.
A couple of players that I asked about your insertion into the lineup were saying that you're just a good leader. You help keep the back line organized, and they feel a lot more comfortable with you back there. Do you see yourself as somewhat of a leader of the back line, and what responsibilities do you take on as a player, as a big player in the defense that seems to improve when you're there?
No, I'm grateful, to be able to have my teammates' confidence. I try to, again, be a leader. I try to help, my teammates, and I also take help from them. Again, it's a new team, so whatever we do is to help each other to be better as a team. My philosophy is just going into every game, into every session, being able to learn new things and being able to do my maximum effort in order to make the team successful. Again, I'm grateful for that my players are confident in me and give me that role to be able to lead from the back, and also to affect them positively when I'm out there, to give them a sense of confidence. And but we're gonna build on that again, step by step. Again, there's no need for panic. It's only 3 games in. It's a long season. We just have to continue again to grow and to be together as a family.
All right, one last question, Austin.
And also, I wanted to ask about what you've seen from Noah Allen this year, 17-year-old left back, obviously plays next to you on the back line. What have you seen from him, his development, and are you impressed by him and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm cool with everybody, especially the young guys, because I was in their shoes once. There's always room again for development, but he's confident. He's a kid that listens. He's willing to learn. He listens to his coaches, and he listens to the guys that are ahead of him in that position, or say pertaining to experience, and I'm happy to have him around. I was really happy. I went over to him and hugged him when I found out he got his homegrown deal. It's good to get rewarded when you see a young player who's working hard every day. He doesn't feel overconfident or cocky or anyway like, oh yeah, I'm with the guys now. No, he's just always working, humble, and I'm happy that he's a part of us, so he can grow, and I could say one day, I played with that kid. Yeah, bright future for sure.
Good.
Damien, you're captain of Jamaica. There's obviously a fine line between having to shout out instructions to your teammates when they're not doing their job efficiently enough or well enough, and obviously also put your arm around them and help them out. How do you go about that as a player? Obviously, it impacts things on the field, off the field. As a captain, as a leader, how do you go about striking that fine balance?
It's easy, to be honest. You just have to be your brother's keeper. With the armband, without the armband, everybody's a leader, but they lead in their own way. They lead in different departments. Gonzalo lead from the front, he bang goals. You know, I stop shots maybe with my face someday. You know, Clement, you know, rock between the sticks. DeAndre going up and down. That's still leading. That's setting an example. That's setting a standard. Shouting out instructions alone isn't leading. You know, you have to be able to also listen and know how to react and understand your teammates. And for me, yeah, I just take everything in as a sponge, and also I try to teach and confide, you know, and try to make my teammates feel comfortable and a sense of like stability when I'm around, and that's what I try to bring to the table.
And that concludes today's press conference. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Damn, you look all shiny, bro.
Massage.
Got some lotion?
It's the massage. Blame it on. I'm trying to look thick today, you know.